This original WSRE presentation is made possible by viewers like you. Thank you.
Welcome everyone to our first PJC Today of 2010. Today we're going to showcase one of PJC's jewels, the Visual Arts Department. This department sends students to prestigious art schools around the nation. Many of these schools understand the quality of our programs and come to us to recruit top-notch students. With us today is director of the program, Krist Lien, as well as current student Josh Guidroz. Thank you, gentlemen, for joining us today. And getting right into the program, tell us what's on the list for 2010. Lots going on.
There is a lot going on.
Yeah.
We several things that we have going on right now. One of the major things is we are actually looking into the possibility of offering a 4-year bachelor's degree in our graphic design program.
That's very exciting.
We have that before the state right now, waiting to hear back from that.
Mm-hmm.
We have the usual things we always have, the shows that we have in the Ann Lamar Switzer Center, the exhibitions that go on year-round in there. And then the classes, obviously, which is the most important thing that goes on there for all the programs we have.
Mm-hmm. And I know that you have an exhibit schedule, and we'll get into that a little bit more, and a big fundraiser coming up. That's a very exciting first for us. Josh, how do you feel from a student's perspective about being in the Visual Arts Department and having access to the equipment and the instruction and faculty?
Oh, it's been awesome ever since I've come in. I actually started as a business major, but I actually had a art history class in my first term with Dr. Patrice Whitten, and it's what really, I guess you could say, set me on fire as far as actually going in to study in the visual art field. And after being around the department and whatnot, it was something that I really was interested in, and so I found out about the graphic design department and switched over that next term, and it's been great ever since. It's huge, but it's also very interesting, and it's been great ever since I've been in.
Why do you think that schools like the Savannah School of Art Design and so many across the country, top-notch, come to PJC's Visual Arts Department to recruit students?
Mainly because we represent ourselves so well as far as with the quality that they're putting out. The professors are able to teach the students the same things that they're doing in other schools, but also get them ready for that next step, all with the same quality, because the students are putting such a great effort into it. So the quality is not suffered by the equipment that is being used. So,
Krist, in your capacity as department head over the entire department, from your perspective, why do you think it is that these schools come to PJC to recruit?
I think it's much what Josh says. It's the quality. We have the faculty there are all practicing professionals that teach also. We have the facilities there are just fabulous. I've taught at 4-year schools and at 2-year schools, and honestly, I have never been to a school that has the type of facilities that we do have, and the comprehensiveness of everything we offer in there.
Well, I know that the Visual Arts Department was PJC's first $1 million gift, and I think that's made a huge difference in the not only the facility itself, but the equipment.
Yes, because of this great gift that we were given, we were able to expand. Before I got here, they actually expanded the facilities. We have bronze casting facilities in our sculpture department. We have in our photography department, which we offer a degree in, we actually not only do black and white wet darkroom and the digital tube, we actually have a color darkroom. We offer a lot of things that many 4-year schools just don't are not able to offer.
And you have many faculty. You were talking about the faculty who are practicing professionals. Yes. Give us some highlights of some of those folks that work with you.
One of our part-time teachers who teaches one of the web class, a couple of the web classes, she is actually You may have heard of beta testers, which are the people who test for programs. She works for Adobe and is actually one of their alpha beta testers, if that makes sense. So we are on top of, even before the new programs come out, we already know what they're going to be, which is wonderful. So that really helps a lot. Yeah.
Now, is there anything like this in the area, say in the 3 or 4 county area?
No, there is not.
The region, perhaps?
Not really. No, there is not. We are very fortunate to have what we do have there.
And in the country, where do we stand from your perspective?
We have, I mean, like you mentioned earlier, we have a lot of schools that do come in and recruit because we are a 2-year school, and the quality of the education that they know now they can depend on. So when students get to their schools, they know they're going to be there, as opposed to someone coming in their first year and maybe changes their mind. We have a lot of schools that do come in and recruit just for that, yes.
So how, from your perspective, Josh, would this instruction at our school of visual arts compare to the universities? Did you do some research, maybe look into that? And
whenever I first started out, I did not so much look into the other universities as much as where could I go to get me to where I was going. And when I did, once I got past the point where I got into the visual arts department, and I was looking around at other programs and whatnot, I could do everything that I would do at a university at PJC. So there was no real anxiety or anything about being at a community college rather than a university. It was all the whole time I've been able to look forward to taking everything that I've learned here and then applying it, so that after I get done with a 2-year degree, then I can go on to wherever I would like, whether it be a university or one of the prestigious art schools that they have out there. So it was never I was never held back by the program.
And job prospects for students who are graduating from the program, what kinds of careers would they go into?
And that, to me, is sometimes the hardest thing, because it's, a lot of people think, well, I don't want my child to go into art because I want to make a living. To me, sometimes the hardest thing is exactly which path do you want to go down. You know, our graphic design program is a strong program, and graphic designers do everything from the packages you see in the grocery store to the logos or on the sportswear you wear, to the magazines that we all read. I mean, it just, the list goes on and on. Photographers in our photography program, obviously they go out and do these same things, from Amy will be talking to later on, who has her own business, to people who do commercial photography and photograph for magazines, for news publications, for trade publications, those types of things. Websites. It's just, it really is a very, very wide scope of what the possibilities are.
Now, Josh, are you planning to start your own business, or what are your next steps?
Right now, I'm just trying to learn as much as I possibly can while I'm here, because like Chris just said, when I first came in, I didn't realize, or I didn't think about how huge the visual art field actually is. Coming out of high school, I just knew I liked it. It's something I did. But then actually coming into PJC, I was actually able to look at it as a profession and things like that, which was daunting at first, but then it's also exciting because you see all these different areas which you can take it, and you're only limited by where you want to go with it. So that, like he said, that's one of the main challenges that I've faced, is actually to find a set direction where I want to go and really go after it. But it's very exciting once you get in and start learning about all the different programs that that you can go into.
And credits from PJC matriculate or transfer to various other universities, and tell us about that.
All of our students who graduate with the Art AA degree transfers to any 4-year institution. Then we have the 3 other AAS programs. We have photography, we have the graphic design that Josh is in, and then we have the multimedia, which is digital video and web kind of things. A lot of those, all the academic classes transfer straight in. A lot of those students actually will go in based on their portfolio, which is really nice, because a lot of times these degrees are terminal degrees. They're meant to be that way, as far as you get this degree and you go out and you get a job. But we're finding that a lot of our students they really get the bug and they really want to learn more, which is what enables them to go on and do more, because they do so well.
Oh, that's wonderful. Now, there's also an art gallery, world-class area for exhibits and such.
There is. We have, it's really amazing. We're fortunate, again, because of the way the whole facility is designed. It's designed around the gallery. The gallery is, every time you walk out of one of the studios in one of the classrooms, you are in the gallery. So it truly is a teaching gallery that we use. I mentioned earlier, there shows up every month of the year, year-round. We're open from 8 in the morning till 8 in the evening, except for Friday, when we're only open till 4. And it's free, it's open to the public, but we bring in national, international, regional artists. We have just an amazing amount of work and scope of work that's brought in.
And I've been to many of the exhibits there and look forward to them. And I know there's a student exhibit that is normally done in April.
Yes.
Tell us some more about that and how that comes together with the students.
We call it the Students Honor Exhibition, and what it is all of the faculty there will go through, and all the students know this is coming up, and so they have time to plan for it and work, and it's a great way to showcase the best of the best, if you will. Every faculty member has so many choices they can bring out because we only have so much room in there, and they choose the best out of their particular classes, and then we put it all up, and it's open for the public to see, and it's a great testament to what goes on over in our area.
And I know there are awards given at that time to students, outstanding students.
We actually, last year during our award ceremony, we gave out just under $25,000 worth of scholarships, cash awards, and prizes, if you will. The materials that were donated by different vendors around. So we really try hard to give back to our students because it's not cheap buying materials.
No, it isn't.
Yeah.
What do you see as the future of the center?
What we are working towards now is every year we try to get bigger and better with what we bring in as far as exhibitions, but also with the classes that we're doing. We are hoping to become, eventually, we're planning on becoming a regional arts center, something, a place that can bring in shows and exhibitions that are really not available in this area right now, so that's our plan.
Well, thank you so very much. When we come back, we're going to talk about how you can get involved in an amazing upcoming fundraiser where you can dabble in a little paint and get into the art yourself.
PJC Visual Arts Department, this is Andre. How may I help you? I currently am working on a series of pieces that are incorporating the concept of death and mutation and what that means to society and how that affects our daily lives. I start with wax. I carve the wax, I form the wax, I get it to where I like it, and then you make a mold based off of plaster. It's plaster that's been reinforced. Then you melt the wax out, and then you have a negative form to pour the bronze into. Then you have to finish off the bronze.
Right now I'm just glazing a mug that I made and carved something in relief into it. I basically take it outside and it goes to a glaze kiln, and then after it gets fired in that kiln, it comes out looking a lot different. We get graded on all of the pottery that we end up submitting throughout the semester. So everything that ends up getting worked on the wheel, we fire it, then we glaze it, and that gets sent into the glaze fire, and then we get graded on all of it. It's something I honestly enjoy doing. I like being able to work with my hands a lot, and ceramics helps me do that. I draw a lot, and that's also where a lot of that comes from.
It's a 3D object. The materials you use can be anything. And it has to make a statement, and the person who views your art project needs to understand the statement that you're making without you having to explain it. Like a candy toothbrush, for instance. You don't really have to explain it to know what my statement is. I use a torch lighter, and I put 2 pieces of candy together, and I melt them together to where it's really, really strong. Like, you cannot move it. And basically that's the project in a nutshell. And so I used peppermint sticks and chocolate-covered peppermint sticks. This is all Jolly Ranchers that are melted together, no glue at all. Candies are really cool media to work with.
This is a Painting 1 class, and the prerequisites are to take two-dimensional design, which is one of our fundamental classes, or foundation classes, and Drawing 1. So they should have some basic skills about how to draw and some understanding of color, and then we're just dealing with how to paint, physicality of the paint and how to handle paint and what the dynamics of color, and the interaction of color on the canvas. Then we just apply it to different subject matters. We start with the still life and Then we've done figure. Sometimes I'll end up doing a landscape, but the subject matter is not that important. It's really all about just kind of getting that composition working.
And now we're going to welcome Amy Harrod, who attended PJC and now owns her own photography business. Amy, did you intend on coming to PJC? I mean, how did you make your plans?
I did. Well, when I was in 10th grade, my dad bought me a little digital camera, and I just went out taking pictures of everything. And then my senior year, my art teacher decided that I was good enough that I should try for the Lamar Switzer scholarship, and so I applied for that and I got it. So that was just like another little confirmation this is what I was supposed to be doing.
So all along you had decided early on to just study art. Art was your thing, you were coming here, and why here?
Well, it was close, and I did look at going somewhere else, but they offered everything I wanted here, and I still wanted to stay at home, and my whole dream was to be at home and have my own business, and I felt that PJC was able to provide that for me.
Well, that's great. Tell us about some of your favorite classes, instructors, your experiences here.
Well, my favorite instructor would have to be Mark Francis. He definitely just pushed me to be who I wanted to be. He challenged me in ways that I wouldn't think of. So his classes were definitely my favorite. I enjoyed color just because I like color pictures and I was able to see things better, color corrections. And then the digital classes just because it provided me the computer skills that I needed for my own business now.
Oh, that's wonderful. So when did you make the decision to go into business for yourself?
Probably in 10th grade. I had the dream of owning my own business and just being a stay-at-home mom and work out from my house. I started my business in January when I got out of school. I moved out and was able to get my business at my house.
Well, you must have felt that your education prepared you well.
Yes, ma'am.
And apparently it's going well for you.
It is.
Yes.
I am. I've been staying very busy. I've been going to different schools, doing the RTC and band programs there. I've done several weddings and senior portraits and families, going out to the beaches and engagements.
So what are some of the most important things you took away from PJC that you apply every day?
Probably just the fundamental skills that I needed, like the computer programs, learning to train my eyes to see things that maybe other people wouldn't be able to see if they didn't go to school. And then just the discipline to be able to have deadlines to set for myself, because you don't have that now that I'm out of school. And just the confidence to be able to go out and advertise for myself and to be able to communicate with people and give them what they're looking for.
That's interesting. Krist, do you have a lot of students? You mentioned earlier in the first segment that many students start their own business after leaving the art department. Do you know of others in the area?
We do have several. Some have stayed in the area and are doing things, and some who have gone outside of the area. So that is, like I said, I was explaining earlier, the photography and the graphic design and the multimedia really are programs that are set up for the training to get you to the point where you can go out and go to work when you finish with your 2-year program there.
And some other student successes that come to mind?
Oh, we have in this area, we have several who have gone to work, some who are doing very entrepreneurial things, working for themselves. We have some who have gone to work for some of the other businesses around in the area here. We have one particular student who's, and I didn't even realize that a lot of these did this, that Matt Coughlin is a former student. He works for one of the law firms here in town. He was a multimedia major, and he does a lot of the all the multimedia presentations for the courtroom needs for this law firm. Yes.
Interesting. When you were considering where to go to college, we talked about why you chose PJC. What would be your advice for others who are watching, who are thinking about what they want to do?
I definitely think PJC is a great start just because the teachers are very professional. They've come from the schools elsewhere and to come to here. So definitely if you're from here, it's a great place. And if you're not, it's a great place to come here as well, just because it does have that very professional atmosphere.
Now, were there scholarships available, and did you seek them out, and what was your path?
I did. Well, when I was in high school, I applied for the Anna Lamar Switzer Scholarship, and I got that 2-year scholarship, which just gave me that other little confirmation. I'm sure there are several others, but that was the one that I received.
And obviously photography is your favorite medium to work with. What's your second?
Oh.
Do you have a second choice?
I really don't.
No, it's just photography. You knew all along that was going to be it.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And Krist, what advice do you have for those who are watching, parents and students, who you would like them to come on down and see you, I'm sure?
That's probably the best advice I could give right there is please come down. Many people, I think, don't realize, even that live here in this area, what we do have here. I think it is in an odd way, it's kind of like a well-kept secret. We keep trying to get more people here, and we have a lot of students who come in, but weekly I'm surprised that people come in and just did not realize that what all was in the building there, in the art building.
Now talk about financial aid, student scholarships. You have a vast array of opportunities for help.
We do, and I try to tell every student to please don't let money be the reason you don't go to school. Not only through the foundation, which there are many scholarships that are available through there, but we also have quite a number. Amy mentioned the Anna Lamar Switzer scholarship, which is a full ride for a student. It's a graduating high school senior, and they have to provide a portfolio. It's a competition, and the faculty gets together and we review all the portfolios, and it's based on the work. We also have an academic scholarship, which is another full ride that is based on a GPA coming out. So there's all kinds of opportunities to get financial aid if you need some help with that.
And to explore the exhibits in advance. Tell us some of the ones coming up. I know that we have the faculty exhibit just happened.
Faculty exhibit is up right now.
Fabulous.
We will have, in January, we'll have our the Switzer Endowed Chair, the visiting artist that comes in once a year, and we always bring big names in for that.
Who do we have coming? Somebody I know that, I think you're securing that as we speak, aren't you? That
yes.
Everything's being finalized, so that's an exciting thing.
Yes, it is.
And that is something that we enjoy every year from the Switzer gift. And
yes.
It's a gift to the community as well as the college.
Yes.
And opportunities abound for scholarships and financial aid, and we just invite everyone to enjoy the exhibits, to come on in and meet Krist Lien. If you're looking at taking an art course for your own pleasure, or you want to develop yourselves into someone who owns a business. Also, if you want to get your AA degree in art, that's something that definitely pays off big dividends. And it's just an amazing department. And when we get back, we want you to hear how you can promote PJC art and dabble in paint while you're at it.
Pensacola Junior College is your smart first step. PJC is first in value. PJC delivers first-class instruction and more than 100 first-grade degree programs with affordable tuition. PJC offers flexible course schedules, night, weekend, online classes. Pensacola Junior College, your best first step to success. PJC First. Be ready for what comes next. Register now. Go to pjc.edu.
And now we want to welcome Cookie Kichler, who is chairing a unique event to benefit PJC's Anna Lamar Switzer Center for Visual Arts. We're so glad you could join us, Cookie. Thank you so much for volunteering your time. And why did you choose to volunteer for this great cause?
Well, because PJC has a unique role in our community. It truly is a community educational resource. We strive to make education available to everyone in our area. And with this fundraiser, we're able to provide financial assistance.
Yes, we are.
And we all know that funding has been dramatically cut for the arts. And this will give some additional students the opportunity for an education.
And certainly the need is greater. The statistics I've seen, the need is up 23% for scholarship and financial aid just in our area. Yeah. So we're very grateful to you and your committee, your co-chairs, for helping us do this. And we have lots of exciting things with this great gala. The Lamar Di Gras. Tell us about Lamar Di Gras.
It is going to be fabulous. That's all I can say. It is going to be on February 11th at 5:30 in the afternoon at the Lamar Advertising offices. And that address is 1401 North Tarragona. If you go straight down Tarragona, head north from downtown, you can't miss it. It'll be on the left-hand side. Lots of flashing lights, parking galore, so no one has to worry, where are we going to park? There will be Cajun food, Zydeco music, and a few surprises. We're holding things in abeyance right now to tell the public. It is going to be a wonderful evening, and costuming for those that want to wear costumes, and we're encouraging it, but for those that would rather not go that way, just casual dress. We want it to be a very comfortable, informal evening. You can wear a mask or not. It's going to be a great night.
Now, there is a very special opportunity to paint by numbers for our guests, and this is open to the public for those who purchase tickets.
Absolutely.
Okay.
There will be a billboard-sized canvas erected inside, and when people buy their ticket for a nominal fee, they'll be put up on this ladder-type something or other. I don't even know what you call it.
I think, yeah.
And lifted up to paint that particular square, and so it will go down forever. And hopefully in 2 years, we hope to do this every other year.
Wonderful.
That canvas will be up on the billboard announcing the next date of the event.
Well, a true celebration of the art in a way that everyone can get involved,
For sure.
put their efforts behind this, and certainly we invite everyone to buy a ticket and come on out and enjoy the evening, do the paint by number billboards, and those billboards will be up. And we also have a beautiful billboard that was developed by one of the artists who went to PJC, who works at Lamar, Namratha, and she's done a beautiful job with the art on that. So everyone's probably looking at that as we speak this month.
So I think it went up.
Yeah.
Going up.
Yeah.
And then, of course, we have those wonderful Lamar bags.
That's right, our Anna bags.
Our Anna bags.
Those will be available for
a
those who
small
join
fee.
the Anna Society.
Exactly.
And tell us quickly about the Anna Society.
The Anna Society, one of the main purchases is to provide the wonderful arts for our students, but also to have the gallery available for all people in our community. It is open. I believe Krist gave us all the dates or days and times, and it is just a first-class art center, not just one little thing.
Well, once again, thank you for being here today, and thank you for devoting your time and your talents.
It's my pleasure,
to
literally my
to
pleasure.
this wonderful, wonderful event that we're looking forward to. And let me give some more information. To get tickets, go to pjc.edu Foundation or call 484-1560. And we'll see you next month when we look at a phenomenal program sending PJC students to the University of Florida right here in our own backyard, and from there they can get any kind of good paying job. So thank you so much.